How's it going? We're going to start tonight with baseball. It is the Grand Slam box from Schwartz. This was a pick one, get two free, or pick one, get two. They're not free. We'll do it, then we'll do Breaking Brad. The first Breaking Brad. Then we'll switch to Gold Rush, then back to Breaking Brad. We've got two Breaking Brads full tonight. If we have interest, we'll try some live fills. When we do the two teams, it will be a snake draft. We'll go 1 through 10, 10 through 1, 1 through 10 to get the randoms. Okay, let me get these sat out. It's the baseball, little round baseball, ping pong type baseballs. They're a little harder than the mini helmets to keep situated. They want to roll everywhere. Open that paper, will hold them still. It was a rainy Saturday here in Ohio. It literally rained all freaking day. It stopped just recently. Supposed to be our last college baseball games of the year. That has to wait till Monday now. Reds are feet. Rockies no. Cubs are right there. Okay, it's the Cubs. 2, 4, 6, 7. Means we got 3 left. We'll get this baseball going. Is Boston taking? Yeah. 8, 9. Oh, shit. And 2 more. One of these should be taken there. Not. Let's see. Mets. I just set the Mets out. All right. Again, this is a 4-box or 4-item break. It's the Grand Slam box. It's the first time we've done the Grand Slam box. Hopefully, it'll be a good one. All right, here we go. This is baseball, Schwartz Grand Slam box. Pick one, get two. We're going to start with Nick. This bag's not as good. Nick had Atlanta, gets Chicago White Sox. Tyler, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. Nick, Toronto, Texas. Vlad, Yankees, Baltimore. Bill, Boston, Pittsburgh. As always, if it's a retired player and the item doesn't have a team on it, it will go to the team he played the most games with. Chris B, Detroit, Angels. Bill B, St. Louis, Philly. Ron, Mets and Seattle. So you're going to get Brewers, Twins, and Tim, Chicago, Oakland. All right, Tim, also getting the Dodgers. Ron, Marlins, Rockies, 93 expansion. Bill B, San Fran. Chris B, Washington. Bill S, KC. Vlad, San Diego. It's been a good baseball season so far. The Reds in second place, above 500. Pretty nice. Nick, Houston. Fun until Hunter Green and Ellie De La Cruz are Dodgers. Oh, should be two. Okay, there's two left. Tyler, D-backs. And Nick, you got Cleveland. Okay, for this baseball 4-item break, we got Nick, Atlanta, Chicago White Sox, and Cleveland. Tyler, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, Arizona. Nick, Toronto, Texas, Houston. Vlad, Yankees, Orioles, Padres. Bill S, Boston, Pittsburgh, KC. Chris B, Detroit, Angels, Nationals. Bill B, St. Louis, Philly, San Fran. Ron, Mets, Brewers. Oh my gosh, what did I write? Marlins, Mariners, Twins, and Rockies. And Tim, Chicago Cubs, the A's, and the Dodgers. All right, get the baseball stuff put up. We'll jump right into the break. Nothing to randomize, so we're ready to go. Oh, the bag stayed closed. Thank God. All right, here we go. Yeesh. Had a knife. There it is. All right, guys, this is baseball. Here we go. Good luck. All right, that's 3 items, so we must have a flat on the bottom. We'll start with the baseball. There is a baseball. I'm going to leave it in the plastic. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. That is going to be Lenny Dykstra. Nails. It's going to the Phillies. Lenny was a Philly for a long time. He was a Met too, but Philly for longer. Lenny Dykstra on the baseball. Nice hit, Bill. Bill B. Lenny Dykstra. It was a fun season the year they played in the World Series against the Blue Jays. All right, next up, it's a souvenir helmet. Angels. Oh, I can read that one. Los Angeles Angels went to Chris. Nice hit, Chris. That's the Hall of Famer. The Twin and the Angel, 328 batting average. I just remember a lot of stuff about him. Rod Carew. Nice hit, Chris. Rod Carew on the souvenir helmet. So Rod Carew and Lenny Dykstra so far. Get the flat item out next. Going to be an 8x10 this time. All right, on the 8x10. Schwartz authenticated. No doubt who that is. That's an awesome picture. That is a Met. Ron. That's going to be Doc Gooden. Doc Gooden on the 8x10. Nice hit, Ron. Good looking 8x10. All right, last item. Going to be the jersey. Cover it up. Number 3. '94 American League Rookie of the Year. There's the signature. I think I know who that is. American League. Gonna be, I peeked, so I do know for sure, but that is the old first baseman. It's going to be a Royals hit. Bob Hamlin. Bob the Hammer Hamlin, Kansas City Royals. Royals were, I don't see him. KC, where you at? Oh, Bill S. Bill Smith got the Bob the Hammer Hamlin jersey, 94 Rookie of the Year. So that gave us Bob Hamlin on the jersey, Doc Gooden on the 8x10, Lenny Dykstra on the baseball, and the Hall of Famer. Just some reason popped in my head. Rod Carew, half Jewish. But Rod Carew, that Adam Sandler song, the Hanukkah song. I'm a dork. All right, that's our baseball break for tonight. Not too bad. I liked it. I think it was pretty good. Awesome seeing Rod Carew. Shit. The helmets, not the baseballs. Never hit a Rod Carew before. I don't think he's a big-time signer. I see him every once in a while in the bats. All right, guys. Next up, we're going to do the first Breaking Brad helmet that we listed tonight. Let's see, 3 hours ago. Okay, that is this one. It's a 2-box. Get the helmets out. Hope everybody enjoyed their Saturday tonight. We were talking about the Ryan Garcia fight last night. Garcia actually lost. Amazing how much slower your left hook is when you're not using steroids to make it faster. Canelo fights tonight. I don't expect him to lose. I don't know the guy he's fighting, but you never know. That's what makes boxing great. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. If anybody's watching it, don't tell me who wins. Canelo should be doing his ring walk before too long. I think they were supposed to go out between 10 and 11 Eastern time. I'll watch it when I get upstairs. Okay. All right, I did get some boxes filled. Got a bunch of helmets in today. A lot of good ones. kind of interested to see if people are going to want to snatch up the Shedeur Sanders. Man, you'd think his helmets after that draft would drop in price. I don't know. Does anybody have a Colorado helmet of him? I was looking for him before the draft. I always try to get the first round picks. I didn't really see much. All right, guys. Washington, just about there. Houston. All right, one more and we get this thing rolling. All right, guys, this is a 2-box. We're going to go ahead and pull randoms. Then we'll get all the random.org stuff knocked out. All right, first up, we had Ty with with Detroit. And you get Jacksonville. Bill S., Buffalo. Philly. Vlad, San Francisco. New Orleans. Bill S., Miami. Tennessee. Greg, Indy and the Jets. Arizona and Baltimore. Zach, Dallas. Denver. Greg, Cincy. The New York Giants. Zach, Minnesota. Carolina. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Seattle. Tim, Chicago. Cleveland. Dave, Washington. Vegas. Dave, you also had Houston. Get you Kansas City. Al, you close us out with Green Bay, the Chargers, and the Rams. Getting Pittsburgh, New England, and Atlanta. Pittsburgh, New England, Atlanta. All right, that gives us Ty, Detroit, Jacksonville. Bill S., Buffalo, Philly. Vlad, San Fran, New Orleans. Bill S., Miami, Tennessee. Greg, Indy, Arizona. Jets and Ravens. Zach, Dallas, Denver. Greg, Cincy and the Giants. Zach, Miami, Carolina. Dustin, Tampa Bay, Seattle. Tim, Chicago, Cleveland. Dave, Washington, Houston, Vegas, and Kansas City. Al, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Chargers, Patriots, Rams, and Falcons. All right. All right, we'll get our random multiplier for the night. Going to be, as always, the number between 4 and 9. Damn it. What the frig? Work, bitch. There we go. All right, number between 4 and 9. We'll go 5 times to get the random. There's 3, 4, 5. We're going with the number 9 tonight. Randomize that list 5 times. Came up with the number 9. All right, most of the boxes are filled. Not all. I filled some of them that we used last night. We've got, I think, right around 100 helmets in the series for tonight. We're looking for 2 of them. 9 times, top 2 boxes are the ones we'll take. If we hit a box that's already been opened, I'll just hit it one more time. Here's 8 and 9. Box 16, it's there. and 46. It's there too. So they are both there. Randomize that list 9 times. 16 and 46. Next up, we'll do the Gold Rush and then another Breaking Brad. So 16, I already forgot. 16 and 46. $46, 16. All right, fellas, we're going to start out with 46. Good luck. Here we go. All right. Let's start it off with a good one tonight. Pretty good one. Arizona, the Cardinals. With a souped up chin strap, Under Armour chin strap. That one is Beckett authenticated. Both earpieces are in. Does have a visor with that underarm chin strap. There he is. Going to be the tight end. Looked good last year. I think he's just going to keep getting better. That decal isn't a normal decal. That's a shiny decal. I don't know if you can see that. This is a custom helmet, I guess. It's got some stripper dust in the white. And shiny decal is pretty cool. I think you're going to like it, Greg. Nice hit. Trey McBride on the Cardinals with the visor. I don't know what that visor says. Can't read it. But nice hit, Greg. A little bit souped up. Customize it a little bit. Nice hit. All right, number 2 is going to be box 16. See what we get there. Good grief. Atlanta, the Falcons. That one also has a visor. Visored up. Both earpieces. That is Beckett authenticated. The Falcons are Al. Al hitting with the Falcons. I don't think you're going to believe who this is, Al. I think that's Penix, isn't it? Al is a Penix magnet. That's the 3rd one he's hit. Nice hit, Al. Never gets old hitting a good young quarterback. That is awesome. Nice hit, Al. Hitting the Penix on the Falcons with the visor. 2 helmets, 2 visors tonight. Visor night at Breaking Brad. All right. Next up, we're going to do Gold Rush. This is the case we started last week. We've still got box 1, 3, and 4. get it written out. I was behind tonight. We'll set the Gold Rush out. We'll get the randoms. Then we'll figure out the box. It'll be either box 1, 3, or 4. $14, $15, $16. All right, guys. First up, we had San Francisco. Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. Giants and Cowboys. Giants, Cowboys. Detroit. Chicago. Where are the Bears? There's the Bears. Chicago. Denver. Oh, hey Al. Yeah, man, you're a Penix magnet, aren't you? Doubled up the one night on Penix, hitting another one. When he comes out and kills it this year, it's going to be a great helmet. A lot of young quarterbacks now. I think it could be pretty exciting. A lot of the older guys are shuffling off. Washington. Green Bay. Chargers and Saints. And closed it with Bill B switched his to Philly. I didn't mark it on the paper on the list because for some reason, wouldn't let me edit it from my phone, but he did. Al is a Penix magnet. Yeah, it wouldn't let me edit it from my phone for some reason on the Gold Rush list. I don't know why. Facebook likes to write rules as they go along. All right, guys, let's pull some randoms. Get us a box. Get us a hit. All right, Jonathan L., San Francisco. Atlanta. I'll tell you what, I bet Penix's dogs hope they're not the same thing. Ron, Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh, Jets and Panthers. Both pretty freaking good. Johnny 5, I think they're going to be real good. Al, Giants and Cowboys, Jags and Titans. Chris, Detroit, Seattle. Dave, Chicago. The Rams. Vlad, Denver, Minnesota. Tyler, Cincy, Cleveland. God, Bill B remembered it was a Ram. You might think who that was, who the Ram. Oh, it was Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner came out of the first box. It was Kurt. Man, it took me a minute. Dustin, New England. Indy. Yeah, Kurt Warner was the first one. Scott, Buffalo and Washington. Houston, Vegas. Bill S., Green Bay. Miami. Jason, Chargers and Saints. Kansas City and Baltimore. And Bill B closed us up with Philly. Bill, get the Cardinals. All right, we got Jonathan L, San Francisco, Atlanta. Ron, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Jets and Panthers. Al, Giants, Jags, Cowboys and Titans. Chris, Detroit, Seattle. Dave, Chicago and the Rams. Vlad, Denver, Minnesota. Tyler, Cincy, Cleveland. Dustin, New England, Indy. Scott, Buffalo, Washington, Houston and Vegas. Bill S, Green Bay, Miami. Jason, Chargers, Chiefs, Saints and Ravens. And Bill B, Philly and Arizona. All right, guys, let me get a box. I was just thinking about it. What team do you think comes out of Gold Rush the least? I know what I think because I've claimed them before. But I think, honestly, it was when I said Cincy, Cleveland. I think, Johnny Five, you think Indy? I think Cleveland. I feel like I never see Cleveland come out of Gold Rush. I see him out of Hit Parade all the time. Or used to, but man, I don't know. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to box number 3. Box number 3. This one. I'll save the other 2. Oh, fuck. All right, guys. There it is. Second box we've opened out of the case. Sealed. I think I saw some Jonathan Taylors a few series ago. It's been a little while, but I do remember Jonathan Taylor coming out. And now that you say that, I do remember when Baker left Cleveland, he was in there for a year coming out on Cleveland. I forgot all about that. All right, guys, good luck. Here we go. Kind of like Kenny Pickett after he left Pittsburgh. They had Kenny in every case, it seemed like, on the Steelers. All right, guys. Good luck. It's a Lunar. It's a Cowboy. It's Al. Al taking the boys, getting a hit. Earpiece stuck to a bag. Jesus Christmas. Golly. Man. Holy cow. Earpieces everywhere. Three earpieces. Plastic helmet holders in there. And there's your screw. Al, I'm going to put this back together. I'll make sure it gets back in the bag. I might not put it back together. 3 earpieces, Al. I'm going to go ahead and send that. Remember the Peyton? I don't remember the Peyton. I was probably sulking that I didn't win it. This Lunar is going to be Beckett authenticated. And number 34. All right, Al, I'll do that. If you need one, let me know, though. I'll definitely throw it in the bag for you. A little bonus. Number 34. Is that Tony? No, gosh, I was thinking wrong. That is going to be Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker was a hell of a player, but think how he set the Cowboys up when they traded him to the Vikings. It's probably a sore subject for a Viking fan. Nice hit, Al. Herschel Walker on the Lunar. Set this over here. I was wondering. I figured, it's only been, 30 years? Probably still a little bit of a sore subject for a Viking fan. I think about the Saints fans every time I pull a Ricky Williams on the Saints. That one had to hurt a little bit too. I remember Ditka smoking that cigar, so proud that he had traded his whole draft to get Ricky Williams. Somebody who did it recently. San Francisco gave up a lot to get Trey Lance. They gave up like 2 first-round picks to draft Lance, and I don't know what he get 20 attempts for him. Oh, that Deshaun trade. I think it has. That's the absolute worst trade I've ever heard of. I mean, just good grief. You think it was a bad trade if they gave up like a 12-pack of beer for him. Deshaun has killed them. I don't know what happened to that guy's skills. I mean, he's been so bad for them. I'm thinking Cleveland's trying to figure out a way to get that man a massage, I mean, oof. I don't know what happened to him. And then he tears the Achilles a second time. I don't think he'll play for him again. I think he's done. I can't imagine Cleveland letting Deshaun back in the building. I think, honestly, if I tore my Achilles twice, I'll probably call it a career. I don't know how football works. If he retires, surely I don't think he'd have to pay back anything, would he? I'm always confused when somebody retires how their salary works. I'm guessing he would never voluntarily quit, make him cut him, and then surely he'd have it all. I don't really know what the Steelers' worst trade is. They don't really do any blockbusters where they get rid of a big name or draft picks. They're kind of boring. I think the Packers are kind of the same way. Jesse in New England. Vlad closes with Denver. All right, guys. Sorry it took so long. Wilson. They didn't give up a lot for Wilson. I mean, they didn't get much in return, but I think they gave him a 5th rounder for him. Now the Broncos, their Russell Wilson trade, that was rough. The Steelers, they just kind of throw nothing out there for him. Yeah, Denver got. You know what? I don't think Russell Wilson was that bad in Denver. I like the Justin Fields trade too. I think they should have kept him. I was disappointed to see him leave. All right, we got Al, Detroit, Cleveland, Greg, San Fran, Arizona, Al, the Jets, the Jags, Bill, Buffalo, Tennessee, Greg, Indy, Carolina, Bill, Miami, Baltimore, Al, the Rams, Atlanta. I agree. I think that Sean Payton wanted Drew Brees, and that's not who Russell Wilson is. And, man, I felt like Sean Payton gave Russell Wilson the short end of the stick. Greg, Cincy, Vegas, tried having him play Drew Brees' game when he needed to play Russell Wilson's game. Dave, Houston and Washington. KC, Philly. Tyler, Pittsburgh. Chicago. Roger, Green Bay. Seattle. I never understand when a team gets a quarterback and then they try to make him play their system instead of adapting the system. Jacob, Dallas, Tampa Bay. Jesse, New England, New Orleans. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. If they bring in Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, they'll try to make him run that dumbass offense Arthur Smith runs. Jonathan L., Giants, Vikings. Only freaking team in the league that pitches the ball 15 times a game. And Vlad, Denver, the Chargers. I think if they bring Rodgers in, just let him do his Rodgers thing, he'll be all right. Nobody got him yet, but it's speculated that the Steelers will sign him. You never know. He's a weird dude. Al, Detroit, Cleveland. Greg, San Fran, Arizona. Al, Jets, Jags. Bill, Buffalo, Tennessee. Greg, Indy, Carolina. Bill, Miami, Baltimore. Al, Rams, Falcons. Greg, Cincy, Vegas. Dave, Houston, Washington, Kansas City, and Philly. Tyler, Pittsburgh, Chicago. Roger, Green Bay, Seattle. Jacob, Dallas, Tampa Bay. Jesse, New England, New Orleans. Jonathan L., Giants, Vikings. And Vlad, Denver, and the Chargers. All right, guys, let's get us two boxes. This is a two-boxer, and then we'll try some live fills if we have any interest. I think the first live fill will be a two-box. We'll try a two-box, see how that goes. All right, 9 times. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and number 9. Going to be box 58 and 137. There's 58. Let's see, 37. 36, 40, 41, 39, 42, 38, 43. Nope, no 37. So we got 58. I'll hit it one more time. Did random it 9 times. Here we go. 35. 35 is there. So we're going to be 58 and 35. Tell you the helmet I'm looking for. I'm sure they haven't made it yet, but I want to get an Ohio State Pittsburgh Will Howard helmet. Half and half. Forgot my number. 58, 35. I like for that Pittsburgh Ohio State helmet to be dual signed with Jack Sawyer. That would be freaking awesome. If anybody's looking for a Christmas or birthday idea for me, that'd be it. All right, guys, we're going to start with box 35. Good luck. Denver on a flat black. Got some scuffs on it, but it looks like it's more dirty scuff than bad scuffs, like it wash off with the. Yeah, it's got kind of the. Yeah, they'll rub off. Got rub marks on it. I'm gonna sit there and clean it. And that one is player authenticated, which looks like Radke. On the flat black, not Russ. It is Davis, the Super Bowl. What is that? 32 MVP. Terrell Davis, the 2,000-yard rusher, the Hall of Famer. Nice hit, Vlad. Terrell Davis on the flat black. Man, I don't know how some of those things get so scuffied. Yeah, I like those personalized COAs that are Radke. I think that's pretty cool. You're welcome, Vlad. Nice hit. Terrell Davis. All right. Next is box 58. Here we go. Good luck. TD coming out. Oh, yes. All right, next up, got the chrome bag. Forgot. It's a chrome. Seattle. That is going to be Roger. The Seattle chrome. Nice hit. Gotta love the chrome. Beckett authenticated. Scott Guessing Russ. Not Russ. That is MVP 05. What was that? Psalms 37-4, I think. That's going to be Sean Alexander. Nice hit, Roger. Love the Alexander. Sean Alexander on the chrome. Northern Kentucky kid. Grew up just a couple hours from me. Vlad says trade. Let me know if you guys work something out. All right, guys, let me get it typed in. Oh, hold on, guys. I'll give you a second. Oh, hold on. I was just getting ready to hit it. Hands out. There it is. Sorry, guys. I typed so slow. I learned how to type on a typewriter in high school. That's how old I am. And it was the last time I actually had to type. I was thinking about it the other day. I doubt my children have ever seen a typewriter. All right, first up, we got Bill B with Buffalo and Greg with San Francisco. Bill S, Detroit. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Man, those Chromes, I'm not seeing as many of them as I did. I used to see quite a few Chromes, but now getting a little less plentiful. Nathan and Al laid on Detroit. Bill S laid on Buffalo. Vlad laid on San Fran. Bill S, Miami. Scott, Chargers. Jeff laid on San Fran. Al laid on Buffalo. Brugman, Indy. Al, Cincy. Dave, Houston. There. Bill S, Jets. Al, Dallas. Dave, Washington. Al laid on the Jets. Vlad laid on Miami. Brugman, Minnesota. Al, Green Bay. Greg laid on the Chargers, but you got the Patriots. And Nathan, Vegas for the close. All right, guys, that's all of it. We'll definitely try another one. We'll do another 2 box after we get this one. I don't know. Al, are you finding many Chromes? I'm not seeing the Chromes. It seemed like last year at this time I was finding Chromes everywhere. Now I think everybody's hanging on to them. Just don't seem to be as many. Bill B, Buffalo. Giants. That's what I thought. Greg, San Francisco. Baltimore. I was finding good ones, real good Chromes last year for decent prices, and now I can't even find them for not good prices. Bill S, Detroit. Atlanta. Dustin, Tampa Bay. Carolina. Do they make college Chromes? Anybody ever see Buckeyes Chromes? I've never seen one. Bill S, Miami. Seattle. Scott, Chargers. Titans. Yeah, that does kind of suck. I'm a little self-conscious every time I show one. You can see that I haven't finished the ceiling in my basement yet. You see the mess in my basement. Yeah, it's like, damn, pulling a mirror. Brugman, Indy, Philly, Al, Cincy, New Orleans. But they look so awesome. That's the thing. Dave, Houston. Pittsburgh. I'm a classic speed guy. Those are my favorites, but I do like the chromes. Bill S. Jets. Broncos. After the chromes, my next favorite would be the Eclipse. I'm pretty plain. Al. Dallas. Chicago. Dave. Washington. Rams. Brugman. Minnesota. Arizona. Al. Green Bay. KC. Greg. New England. Cleveland. And Nathan closes with Vegas. Gets the Jags. All right, guys. We got Bill B, Buffalo and the Giants. Greg, San Fran, Baltimore. Bill S, Detroit, Atlanta. Dustin, Tampa Bay, Carolina. Fly. Buzzing in my head. Bill S, Miami, Seattle. Scott, Chargers, Titans. Brugman, Indy, Philly. Al, Cincy, New Orleans. Dave, Houston, Pittsburgh. Bill S, Jets, Broncos. Al, Dallas, Chicago. Dave, Washington and the Rams. Brugman, Minnesota, Arizona. Al, Green Bay, KC. Greg, New England, Cleveland. And Nathan, Vegas and the Jags. All right, guys. 9 times for 2 helmets. Here we go. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 180 and 69. See them both. 180 and 69. I saw something on Instagram the other day said 69 is banned in the NBA. The number, not the position. Thought that was interesting that they would ban a number. All right, 180. That's heavy. And 69. What happens at the hotel stays at the hotel. Of course, I've seen a guy who follows players around at the hotel. He'd probably tell us he gets autographs there. All right, guys. Box 180. Here we go. Good luck. I saw Joe Rogan on an old UFC event. They hadn't called the north-south position the north-south position yet. And when they got in that position, Joe said, I don't know what to call that other than a 69. And I cried. I laughed so hard I thought I would puke. All right, guys. Here we go. Box 180. Another Bronco. Denver. Bill S. I have pronunciation issues. Okay. This one is JSA authenticated. It is a rep. The Denver Eclipse. What was that? Ring of ROF, it'd have to be their Ring of Honor. In 14, 5-time All-Pro. Number 80. I think it's the first time we ever pulled him. Is it Upshaw or Upchurch? One or the other. I was thinking Upchurch. I think it's like Rick Upchurch. Yeah, Upchurch. Nice hit. Not one I see very often. Nice hit, Bill. Upchurch. Different name. All right. I'll tell you, this one feels a little heavy. I don't know what's in it. Can't remember. All right. So Broncos Eclipse. Rick Upchurch. And box 69. Upchurch, Upshaw, Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. How about them Lakers? I thought maybe Bronny would put them over the edge. The Lakers would be able to win the title this year. You know, having two James on the team. Oh, yes. Crazy. Florida. Al says Denver again. And it's authentic. Got the bar across it. Al says Tebow Beckett authenticated on the Gators. That is Tebow. That is Denver. Bill doubling up. Nice, Bill. Hell of a random. I do think there's, I think I put it, I'm almost sure there's an Elway in for Denver, so there would have been 4 Denvers in. So we do have 1 Denver in. 1 Denver in. Tim Tebow. Nice hit, Bill. Timmy Tebow. That was a Bronco break right there. Nice hit, Bill. Hits. Pluralize. I hated Tim Tebow. I liked him right up until his lone playoff game where he won. A little salty about that. All right, guys. There it is. Grab a spot if you want one. Yeah, Tim Tebow in the playoffs. Just remember the throw, just chucking it deep. Playground type pass, it looked like. No Steelers around the receiver. Guy running for 2 days. Bill B, Buffalo. That's one of them games where my TV was lucky to make it out without a crack. Johnny 5, Miami. Greg, Indy. Al, Detroit. Greg, San Francisco. I lost my spot. Jeff, just behind on San Fran. Bill, S, the Jets. Scott, Detroit, or Denver. No, Detroit. I thought you said Denver. Scott, late on Detroit. Sorry about that. Dave, Houston. I thought you picked Denver. I was going to say, man, seems like the night. Tyler, Cincinnati, halfway home. Al, late on Buffalo. Greg, late on Cincy. Dave, Washington. Scott, Chargers. Al, Dallas. Bill, late on Miami. Al, Green Bay. Greg, New England. Oh, shit. Al, Minnesota. That's spot 14. Scott, late on Tampa Bay. Dustin, or Scott was late on Cincy. Dustin has Tampa Bay. Ooh. Eyes are getting tired. Tampa Bay. In between Buffalo and Miami. I missed one. Oh, the Detroit. I got that, didn't I? Oh, somebody had. Bill S. had Detroit. You're right, Al. You're right. Thank you. Bill S. Detroit. I changed that. Bill had Detroit. I got you, Bill. And Brugman. Make sure I got that. Yep. Brugman closes us with Houston. I don't know how I miss those sometimes. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Got them all. Okay. I appreciate that, Al. Sorry, Nathan. Got him closed. We'll do another one. Next one will probably be the last one. We'll try it. We'll start the next one as a 2-box. If it don't fill, we'll switch it to a 1-box. But we'll start out with a 2. All right, guys. Here we go. Bill B. Buffalo. Vegas. Let's see. I want to put Bill in the right spot where I skipped him. Yep. Bill S. Detroit. Atlanta. Johnny 5. Miami. Pittsburgh. Greg. Indy. New Orleans. Greg, you also had San Fran. Get Cleveland. Bill S. The Jets. The Bears. Yeah, I got you, John. John. Dave. Houston. Arizona. I got it on the paper. I just forgot to shift them on the desk. Tyler. Cincy. Philly. Dave. Washington. Giants. Scott. Chargers. Rams. Al. Dallas and Green Bay. Seattle. Baltimore. Greg. New England. Carolina. Al. Minnesota. Jacksonville. Dustin. Tampa Bay. Kansas City. And Brugman closes us with Houston. Gets Tennessee. We got Bill B, Buffalo, Vegas, Johnny 5. That's how I wrote it down too. But Johnny 5, Miami, Pittsburgh. Greg, Indy, New Orleans. Bill S, Detroit, Atlanta. Greg, San Fran, Cleveland. Bill S, Jets, Bears. Dave, Houston, Arizona. Tyler, Cincy, Philly. Dave, Washington and the Giants. Scott, Chargers, Rams. Al, Dallas, Green Bay, Seattle, Baltimore. Greg, New England, Carolina. Al, Minnesota, Jacksonville. Dustin, Tampa Bay, Kansas City. And Brugman, Houston, Tennessee. I don't think so. Yep. How the fuck? I set the wrong helmet out. Brugman, you were right. You were right. I got to redraw randoms. Houston got taken by Dave in spot number 7, and I grabbed the Denver helmet. So Brugman would not have had Houston. It would have been Vegas for Nathan. That's all. It's my bad. Completely my bad. I got to redraw randoms, fellas. I am sorry. I apologize. Yeah, because Nathan would have got hosed. And Denver never got picked. So, and we've already pulled 2 Denvers, 3 Denvers. So I don't want to stick. All right, sorry about that. Getting late. That's why we're only doing one more. All right. Starting over. Man, I can't believe I didn't catch that myself. Denver must have been sitting by Houston, and I picked it up. Definitely Denver on the mind. All right, let's do this over. Bill B. Baltimore. Bill S. Yeah, Detroit. Got Cleveland. Johnny 5. Miami. New Orleans. Greg. Indy. Seattle. I do apologize, guys. Greg. San Francisco. Jags. Bill S. Jets. Broncos. Last time he had him, he kicked ass with him. Dave. Houston. Pittsburgh. Tyler. Cincy. Philly. He got the same one. Dave. Washington. Carolina. Scott. Chargers. Chiefs. Al. Dallas and Green Bay. Rams and Titans. Greg. New England. Arizona. Al. Minnesota. Giants. Dustin. Tampa Bay. Atlanta. And Nathan. Vegas. Chicago. I am sorry about that, guys. I screwed that sucker up. I have to double check my double check from now on. Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh. There we go. All right, guys, 9 times for 2 boxes. Here we go. I'm just glad Brugman saw it was on there twice. My goodness. I'd end up having to buy helmets. More helmets. Done it before. 8 and 9. We got box 89 and 1133. There's 1133. And there's 89. They're both there. I am a long day. Randomized 9 times. Box 89 and 1133. All right, 89 and 1133. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Excuse me. 1133. Damn it. Here we go. Good luck. You can't make this stuff up. Denver Broncos are closed. That is the last Bronco helmet. Denver. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3. All the Denver helmets. I put 110 helmets in the series is when it's completely full. And all the Denver came out tonight. Not in 2 nights, in 1 night. Denver on the throwback. Beckett authenticated. I spoiled it because I said who had. That is going to be a banger. Holy cow. The Broncos. Bill. I'm sorry. Brugman, I feel bad about that too. I'm going to do something for you. I'll figure it out. Probably felt good when they got switched. You're like, oh, good. All the Broncos are used. And then bang. Who knew? Holy cow. Oh, my God. Look at all the Broncos on the table. That's amazing. I don't think we've ever pulled 4 of one team in a night. We've canceled them in 2 nights. We've done it in 2 nights, but never in 1. That is just crazy. I'll be buying some Bronco helmets this week. All right. Congratulations, Bill. Got every good Bronco they've had. All right. Box 89. Here we go. It's like a rodeo. Broncos everywhere. I'm going to say, not a Bronco. The look. It's a Buccaneer. Tampa Bay. Dustin. I was scared to death it was going to be a Bronco. Thanks. Don't be sorry. That's a good night. You got your own Bronco collection at this point. Dustin on the Tampa Bay Eclipse. Beckett authenticated with the visor. And that's the big fullback. Nice hit, Dustin. Mike Allstott. Is that part of his name? He wrote a line and he wrote the letters. That's kind of weird. I do too. It's an odd signature. I never really paid attention. He drew a line, like saying he was ending his name, and then he also wrote it down below. That's unique. Kind of different. Nice hit, Dustin. Mike Allstott on the Bucks. All right, guys, one more, and we'll call it a night. I am getting tired, and I still got a boxing match I'm going to try to watch. Probably fall asleep. Oh, hold on just a second, Mark. Let me get him copy and pasted. There it is. Grab one if you want one. This is a 2-boxer. $16. All right, let's see what we got. When we do randoms, if you get – actually, I'm going to leave Denver out. Denver's not going in. Somebody won't get a random. I apologize. That'll be a half-price spot. Bill B. Buffalo. If by some ungodly chance there is a Bronco hiding in there that I forgot about or something, which I don't know how there could be, we'd give it to the person who didn't have something. But 4 of them. I don't usually have 4 of one team in there. Greg, Indy, usually it's 3. One of those was in there for a long time, and I forgot. Bill S., Detroit. There it is, Detroit. Tyler, Cincinnati. Greg, San Francisco. Scott, late on Detroit. Dave, Washington. Ouch. Al, late on Detroit. Mark, late on Cincy. Bill S., the Jets. Greg, late on Cincy. Al, late on Cincy. Scott, late on Cincy. Dave, Houston. Got to grab the Houston helmet this time, not the Broncos. I set the Broncos out, so I can't grab it. Even better. Dustin, Chargers. Al, Dallas. Greg, late on the Chargers. Al, Green Bay. Oh, shit. Brugman, Miami. Al, the Rams. Brugman, Vegas. That's spot 14, so we got 2 left. Tyler says skip him on a random. See if anybody cares. If no one cares, we can do that. But if somebody's hoping for the half price random, we can do it like that. Scott, Cleveland. And Greg, New England. We got 2 people asking for the random on that. That closes it, guys. All right, Scott, we closed it. I'll leave Denver in there. Somebody can get we'll let fate decide the free random. There's 2. I don't want to be the guy who picks it. Wait, I have to put Denver in. That way it can do that. If not, it would have been Greg getting the free random automatically. Oh, jeez. Apparently I'm doing math. Nah, we'll just put it in. We'll let fate decide. And then if somebody wants to trade it to one of you guys, we can work it like that. I'm afraid to let Bill have Denver. Harry Potter a helmet or something in there. If Bill gets Denver, I know who I'm betting on. Bill B, Buffalo. Jacksonville. I'll tell you what, Bill. Bill, if in Al's break on Monday, man, I don't know if I'm you, I'm probably claiming Denver. I got to be honest. That's your lucky spot right now. Greg, Indy, Atlanta. I did that one time. I kept hitting on the Rams. Like, I just kept hitting Rams, and I just kept picking them. Felt like they were my team. Bill S., Detroit, Carolina. Tyler, Cincy. Pittsburgh. Greg. San Fran. Minnesota. Dave. Washington. Chicago. Bill S. The Jets. Cardinals. Dave. Houston. Denver. Half spot, Dave. Unless you want to trade it for a random, that's always okay. Dustin. Chargers. Saints. I think that's only the third time we've ever had a dead team. Al. Dallas and Green Bay. Baltimore and the Giants. Brugman. Miami. Tampa Bay. Al. The Rams. Eagles. Brugman. Vegas. KC. Scott. Cleveland. Seattle. And Greg. New England. Tennessee. All right. We got Bill B, Buffalo, Jacksonville. Greg, Indy, Atlanta. Bill S, Detroit, Carolina. Tyler, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Greg, San Francisco, Minnesota. Dave, Washington, Chicago. Bill S, Jets, Cardinals. Dave, Houston, Denver. Dustin, Chargers, Saints. Al, Dallas, Baltimore, Green Bay, and the Giants. Brugman, Miami, Tampa Bay. Al, Rams, Eagles. Brugman, Vegas, Kansas City. Scott, Cleveland, Seattle. And Greg, New England and Tennessee. Losing my mind. Couldn't find my iPad. Shit. All right, guys. 9 times for our final 2 boxes of the night. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 94, and 1163. I see 1163. I think 94 is over there. $94 there. $11.63 was on the bottom. A lot of weight. I won't quit. I'll just call it a only me type of thing. Here was 94. There's 11.63. Because if Denver's in there again, then I screwed up somewhere. Not saying I couldn't do it, but anything's possible. But you never know. All right, guys, 11.63. Good luck. Not Denver, but it is Tampa Bay. Double. Tampa Bay. Brugman. On the lunar eclipse. Motherfuckers. Got one of them sissy bags. I don't know what the hell. I can't remember the company that puts those bags on there, but I don't know how that's protection. I don't like it. This guy is Beckett Authenticated does show some glue. Somebody's glued that back on probably when they put the 3D bumper on. I think he's saying I'd be all broncoed out. That has the 3D bumper for the Bucks. Both earpieces. See who you got. Brugman. I can't remember. God, am I going crazy? A smiley face. Oh, for the night. Nice hit, Brugman. Is that Derek Brooks? I can't tell who that is. I forgot who that is. What box was that? 1163. I hate the Ultimate. That's right, Ultimate. These bags suck. 1163. Yeah, Derek Brooks. Yeah, Brooks for sure. Nice hit, Brugman. Derek Brooks on the Lunar. All right, guys, one more. I'm going to have to hold it over here to the side. Definitely Brooks. Nice hit. Man, the Bucks came out 2 in a row. Whew. Last one. Good luck. Here we go. This will do it for the night. Whew. I gotta be honest. One more Tampa. Not Tampa. I was scared to death. I was gonna open it up and I'd put 2 John Elways in or something. I doubt anybody would complain about 2 John Elways, but it's not. It's the Saints on a camo. New Orleans is somebody. Dustin. Dustin hitting the double. Well, let's see what you got. Saints camo. Fanatics Authenticated. Both earpieces in. So close, he said. And that is going to be Old Man Manning. Archie. Archie Manning. Dave says, damn. Hey, Dave's got a Manning the last 2 weeks. Awesome hit. Archie Manning on the Saints camo. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Good night, especially if you like the Broncos. Run through it real quick. We had Trey McBride, Michael Penix, Terrell Davis on the Gold Rush. We had Herschel Walker, Sean Alexander, Rick Upchurch, Tim Tebow, John Elway. I feel like I should keep going like Randy Gradishire, Shannon Sharp, just run through them all. But there was only 4 Broncos. Derek Brooks, Mike Allstott, and Archie Manning. All right, guys, good night. I appreciate it. Thanks for the fills. I hope you enjoyed it. I know if you like the Broncos, you did. All right, guys, I think I'll be back Tuesday. Baseball season's winding down, so I can get back on my regular schedule. If there's rain on Monday, then I might have baseball again on Tuesday, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully I'll be there Tuesday. But if not, I will see you on Friday. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for the fills. Have a great Sunday. Do something fun. And I'll catch you next time.